line of scrimmage. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now whistles. Timeout, 3. Here comes Blake Groupie for this. The Saints cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And no chance to return this one. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this 2nd half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll go play action here with Rattler. He's going to run it, and he will give himself up at the end of that one.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take him down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, it's Rattler. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there, just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
The Saints will punt this one away. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And that play going nowhere. The The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time down.
The Giants sending out their punter as he's standing right around his own goal line. Crazy. Oh! And it's a good return here. Able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. On the move left. Now he'll run. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble to give them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Saints 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And
nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
pushed back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Rattler. That one taken in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point.
He's going to try to do it himself. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They go play action with Wilson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Play action. Now, as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On the give, it's Tracy. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Giants sending out their punter.
For the Giants.
To return, it's Shaheed. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Brandon Cooks getting set for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. A play fake. throw with Rattler. That one downfield for Cooks. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. It's second down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. A play fake. Now Rattler. Throw left side. That's Johnson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On 3rd and 2, it's Rattler. That one out wide for Kamara. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
3-yard loss.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag backed by the kicker. It may very well give him new life.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. 4th quarter begins with Kamara.
To do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Rattler. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on 3rd down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to get back within a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
As they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Giants offense ready to take over once again. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Neighbors in motion. They'll run with Tracy. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Mario Davis on the tackle. 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. High-headed defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
3rd down, here's Wilson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
What you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Here's Rattler. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a step.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And that one shut down, get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rattler. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key 3rd downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. Will be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. Here's Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. A short one there to Bellinger. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Wilson now going to keep it on his own read. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. A carry here for Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
13 yards. 1st down, Giants.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. On the move past the 40. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd and 7. Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
36-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
It is 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback forward. Time runs out, and this game is over. So a road win here for the Giants. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, from New Orleans, we say goodnight.